garden of my homeland is rich with vivid colors, yet the shade of the Hadi Bülbül is missing. So go the lyrics of this hauntingly beautiful, quintessential Azerbaijani folk song, telling the tale of a man far from his country, who plants a garden with flowers indigenous to his native Azerbaijan, each a memory of home. All flowers take root and bloom, except for the Hadi Bülbül, the dazzling and graceful orchid that can only grow in the soil and pristine air of the city of Shusha, the heart of Qarabağ, Azerbaijan. The Hadi Bülbül has become the defining symbol of Shusha, evoking the spirit of the city, enduring, unique, magnificent, and inextricably rooted in the soul of its land. In Azerbaijani, Bülbül means nightingale, and the flower is named for its resemblance to the bird, regarded as having the most melodic song. Here, history, heritage, resilience, renewal, and timeless beauty intertwine like the warp and waft of an Azerbaijani carpet, making Shusha itself a living tapestry.
Now the Azerbaijani garden is complete, with the city, the light, the very foundation of Azerbaijan's cultural identity, reunited with its homeland. After being woven back into the nation, Shusha was immediately reinstated as the cultural capital of Azerbaijan, and we are privileged to be here to witness the 5th edition of the Hadi Bülbül Music Festival since its revival, a powerful symbol that this nightingale is uncaged, free to sing and to welcome the entire world with its melodies. This is Shusha, Azerbaijan.
In the southwest of Azerbaijan, cradled by the ridges of the Lesser Caucasus, lies Qarabağ, a land of extraordinary natural beauty and rich biodiversity. In the mid-18th century, Qarabağ became an independent khanate. Its first ruler was Panahali Khan, a respected warrior and wise statesman. His young khanate suffered constant attacks, and he needed a stronghold to protect his family, his people, and his treasure. He discovered the ideal location for a new capital city in the foothills of the Qarabağ Mountains, a broad plateau elevated 1,500 meters above sea level, accessible from only one side and flanked on all others by steep, impassable canyons, making it a natural fortress. And with that, in 1752, Shusha was founded. Blessed by nature with mineral springs, fresh mountain air, and vibrant ecosystem, the city's population grew rapidly, transforming Shusha into one of Azerbaijan's most vital strategic capitals. The city quickly gained international recognition for its carpets, silk, textiles, and porcelain. By the 19th century, Shusha had become a hub of craftsmanship and commerce, with trading ties with Istanbul, Samarkand, Moscow, and beyond. Yet, even Panahali Khan could never have foreseen that the city he created would one day become the undeniable cultural epicenter of the Caucasus.
It is a challenge to know where to begin when speaking of Shusha. Do we start by talking about the richness of its nature? Do we talk about the purity of the air, or how the geographical setting helped shape the very founding of the city? Or do we talk about the many cultural icons that were born here? The truth is, Shusha is special in every way. Unlike other settlements that appeared out of caravan crossroads, Shusha was planned. It was born with a purpose. It was carved with intention. And that sense of care, rooted in a place with such rich nature, could only give rise to some of the most gifted poets and musicians in history. When it comes to music, no other city at any point in time has given the world the musical dynasties and talented musicians that Shusha did. Not Vienna in the age of the classical masters, not New Orleans at the dawn of jazz, not Rio as the cradle of bossa nova. Shusha redefines what it means to be a cultural capital. The sheer number of talented composers, performers, singers born in Shusha makes you wonder, what is in the water of this place? As it turns out, there is something in the water of Shusha. Exceptionally high levels of carbon dioxide, hydrogen carbonate, magnesium, sodium, and calcium. Shusha's many mineral springs are well known for their therapeutic properties. But that's also why some of the greatest singers that Shusha gave the world used to come here to drink this water, because it was great for their voices. And that includes Khan Shushinsky, who was so amazing that at the age of 16, he got his stage name Han, Turkic for king. A timeless place of gathering, this is Isai Spring. For centuries, it has welcomed poets, musicians, locals, and travelers from across Qarabağ. Embraced by a soulful and splendid forest, this is a magical spot. Reflective, serene, echoing the sounds of the forest, until tradition erupts. Shusha's history has always been shaped by extraordinary women. Strong, forward-thinking, compassionate, trailblazing heroines who shattered standards and redefined cultural identity. Süreyya Agaoglu, jurist, author, and trailblazer who became the first female lawyer in Turkic history. Poet and playwright Gamar Şeyda, member of the legendary Majlis Ün's literary circle. Münevvar Hizayeva, a pioneer of monumental sculpture and a master of psychological portraiture. And of course, Khurshidbanu Natavan, daughter of the last Khan of Qarabağ. A poetess notable for her lyrical ghazals, Natavan was also Shusha's greatest philanthropist. Her efforts to promote the social and cultural development of the region left a legacy that continues to resonate through generations. To teach me more about Natavan, yet another extraordinary woman leaving an indelible mark on Shusha's history. When future generations study the story of Shusha, they will undoubtedly read the name Samaya Mammadova, head of international and public relations at Shusha City State Reserve.
She is really amazing. I love her very much. I really love her. And every day every day in the morning when I'm entering my office, I'm saying good morning Üzeyir Bey, good morning Natavan, King's daughter Natavan, good morning Mr. Bülbül. And if you talk about the symbol of kindness, symbol of beauty, this is Natavan. She was a king's daughter and she is a unique person. She spent all her life to Shusha, to the improvement of this city, to the improvement of the life in this city. And the Shusha citizens loved her so much. When in any family a new baby was born, Natavan used to call this family to her estate for celebrating, giving them presents, taking this baby and giving this baby her present. And that's why all people in Shusha used to know that Natavan takes attention to each of them. Shusha is situated on the rocks, and one of the biggest problems is it was to get a water. You can imagine what it means for the people who used to buy a water. Now it's free and they can use, they can drink. And she was, you know, she was an amazing woman. And when she died, by the way, when she died, people carried her from Shusha to Agdam on their shoulders.
Wow.
As a symbol of respect. And by the way, during period of Soviet Union, this house was a specialized house for the children with breast problems, because air of Shusha, why it's called Shusha? What is it, Shusha?
Glass.
Glass.
Yeah.
Because of the weather. You know that all people who has, for example, breast problems, breast-taking problems, they come here, get a treatment, and without any pills,
No surgery.
no surgery, and you really become healthy. That's why so many talented people, great people, musicians, poets were born here. Why? Because of the air, because of the nature. Nature creates these talents. They
This is
see
inspiring.
you are inspired here.
Absolutely,
You are inspired.
absolutely. I'm in love. I'm in love already. Let's go see the fountain.
Yes, yes, please. This is the spring. Hangzı Natavan's famous spring, you know. And can you imagine, for that period of time, many years ago, when in Shusha the people used to buy a water, the women, the first person who launched this spring, and it's coming, the water is coming from Sarı Baba mountain,
10 kilometers,
10 kilometers, 10 kilometers pipeline, can you imagine? And this is amazing, you know, when you see lots of people here, when they come, they drink this water, Natavan is happy, you know, Natavan is happy that
Centuries
people,
later,
every
we are
time,
still drinking the water.
Every time when people drink this water, most of them say that Allah rahmet eylesin. Rest in peace, rest in peace.
It's a beautiful thing to say.
This is the happiest here. This is the happiest moment when you see lots of people that they are traveling here. Sometimes we have more than 10,000 people.
Wow.
10,000 people, can you imagine? And Shusha is living now. Shusha is living its life. For me, Shusha is not a city, by the way. For me, Shusha is a life place with its secrets, with its beauties, with its mystery, with its fairy tale, and a place which talks to you. You just have to hear her.
I was going to ask that. Is it a female voice?
For me, it's a female voice. That's why I call her mother. And Shusha citizens now can come back to their homes. And we saw that mostly middle-aged or old generation would come and would agree to go back because they were born here. They actually spent maybe 10, maybe 3 years of their life in this place, but mostly young generation wanted to come back here. Mostly young generations.
Their entire lives until now,
even
right?
though
Listen,
they haven't seen this place,
Yeah.
even though they haven't seen Shusha, and when they were born, their families already were in Baku, but they said that we wanted to go back to
They still
our
call it home.
homeland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why Shusha is happy. I'm more than sure that Shusha now takes a deep breath and say that I'm so happy with my family.
Exactly. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
The beauty you marvel at is the legacy of the woman who raised Natavan and sparked in her a deep love for music, poetry, and painting. Her aunt, Govhar Aga, celebrated as the beauty of Qarabağ in her youth, Govhar Aga lived a life defined by generous devotion to her people and to her homeland. The crowning expression of her legacy are the magnificent mosques she commissioned to Azerbaijani architect Qarabağ Safikhan Qarabaği, the Yukhari Govhar Aga Mosque, and the Yashahi Govhar Aga Mosque. This genius didn't just write music, he wrote history. One of the greatest composers of the 20th century is also the father of Azerbaijani classical music, Üzeyir Hacıbeyli. His early exposure to Shusha's rich traditions in performing arts and cultural gatherings played a vital role in his lifelong devotion to sound, heritage, and innovation. He was a pioneer in blending Muhan and Tasnif with European classical opera and Western symphonies, creating a new musical genre that bridged East and West. Hacıbeyli composed the first opera in the Eastern world, Leyla and Majnun, and the first musical comedy, Arshin Mavlalan, both masterpieces rooted in folk tradition. Fusing the structure of European composition with the spirit of Muham and Ashik art, as Hacıbeyli created music, he gave Azerbaijan a timeless voice. And because Shusha is all about tradition, I was joined by another remarkable woman shaping the city's future as a cultural destination. Sabina Yadulayeva, head of tourism development at the Shusha City State Reserve. Sabina guided me on a private and special tour of one of Shusha's most treasured places. Wow.
We are now in front of the House Museum of Bülbül, the great artist of Azerbaijan.
Wow.
Get in?
I've always wanted to come here. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's go, please.
Sorry, thank you.
Oh, wow. Excuse me? Hi. All right.
Salam, hoş gəlmisiniz.
Salam. Hello, Fred.
Ülviyə. Bülbülün evimizə xoş gəlmisiniz.
So Ülviyə Hanım is the
meet you.
director of the museum. Fred Bey bizim xaricdən qonağımız.
Məmnun oldum.
Thank you for having
Buyurun.
us. Yeah, of course. Let's see.
Let's see
That's the
inside.
man.
Yeri gəlmişkən
Yes.
bizim bu ağacımız ən məşhur tut ağacımızdır. 1871-ci ildə əkilibdir. Balaca murçu bu ağacın üzərində əyləşib bülbüllər təqlid edərmiş.
Aşıka ehsandır nəzərin
The museum was restored after the liberation of Shusha city in 2021, and while they were the reconstruction and the cleaning the building, they found old inscription which says the building's age, 1787.
87.
Sorry.
No, this is incredible. It's
Yeah, yeah.
it's what
And-
35 years after the
The founding of
The Khanate.
the Khanate, yeah.
Yes, it was discovered thanks to one of the employee of the museum who started to work from the beginning of the reconstruction of the museum, which is now he is with us.
Yer gəlmişkən, bəli, aşkarma səbəbi Murad müəllimdir. Yəni.
Thanks to him, Murad Bey.
Okay, how you found?
Yes.
Salam, how are you? Hey.
Murad-
Wow, this is your doing.
Yes, thanks to him, it was kept from the
This is really
discovery.
incredible.
Ne başı uyanınca, ne yanım uyanınca, kesim yastığı yanır, hanım yanvarım uyanır.
Bülbül 1897-ci ildə bu evdə anadan olub. Onun yalnız uşaqlığı bu evdə keçib.
He lived in this house till when he was 12 or 13 years old. Yeah. There is a nice story behind this picture. It was taken, I think, in the beginning of the 19th century. He is there maybe 12 years old. The person who sits just next to him is Murseib, who was the singer of that famous singer of that period. And Murseib liked Bülbül's voice, and he invited him to sing together with him in Ganja. So that's why he left Shusha to be, let's say, singer or to participate in the musical events in Ganja.
Wow, 12 years old.
Yeah, when he was a teenager.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Gülsün güle dayanan, oku bülbülüm oku balım, belki gülüm uyan.
By the way, Fred, Bülbül is the first Azerbaijani man who got the diploma degree in vocal art in Azerbaijan. Yeah.
The first actual
Vocalist.
graduated.
Yeah, graduated
oh, wow.
vocalist. This is the pictures from his last visit in Shusha, which is 1961. He gave 2 concerts in Shusha, and after 1 month, he passed away.
Yeah, it was September 61.
And that's why you can see some emotions in his
It is,
eyes.
there is. This is my favorite. This is incredible.
You know the song?
I know this lyrics by Nizami, music by Uzey Hajibi, right? And sung by Bulbul. This is incredible. This is the musical equivalent of the Azerbaijani flag.
Gel heyle nevaziş, gel heyle nevaziş, melevi bu selebimden. Çünkü güzelin bu sesidir, aşık ehsan. Çünkü
Bulbul's voice still echoed, while a quiet honor awaited, the humbling opportunity to chat and to, above all, listen to His Excellence Ambassador Polat Bülbüloglu, one of the most eminent figures in Azerbaijan's modern history. A singular voice in culture, a statesman of rare depth, and a diplomat of towering inspiration. From concert halls and stages to chambers of international diplomacy, his influence has been both profound and lasting. A life devoted to art, family, and nation, his legacy continues to elevate the cultural stature of his country.
Ümumiyyətlə Buxarı Bülbül Festivalını birinci dəfə 89-cu ildə mən təşkil etmişəm Şuşada Mədəniyyət Naziri olaraq. Elə fikir gəldi ki, bir folklor festivali keçirdək. Onun üçün ki, folklor xalqa ən yaxın sənət növüdür. Yəni rəqsdir, musiqidir, çalmadır. Bilirsiniz də bizdə aşıqlar var, çalırlar, oxuyurlar. O biri ölkələrdə o biri növ bu xalq yaradıcılığı var. Və biz elə qərara gəldik ki, məhz folklor festivali olsun və Şuşada başlasın. Və 89-cu ildə məsələ həmən bu Cıdır düzündə biz Mədəniyyət Nazirliyi olaraq və yerli hakimiyyət bu festivali ilk dəfə burada keçirdik. Yəni özdə 89-da biz bura əsas Sovet İttifaqının respublikalarından, yəni Tatarstan gəldi, Qazaxıstandan gəldilər. Sonra hətta Litvadan, yəni o Pribaltik ölkələrdən, o vaxtı respublikalardan müəyyən qədər deməli nümayəndəlik var idi. Amma artıq 90-da biz bunu beynəlxalq festival kimi başladıq eləməyə və 90-cı ildə hardasa bir 350 nəfərə qədər 13-14 ölkə, müxtəlif ölkələrdə, yəni təbii qardaş Türkiyə, sonra belə bir Belçika, yəni belə ölkələr. Millət də çox dəstəklədi ki, Qarabağda belə bir milli folklor festival keçirilir və 91-də artıq bizdə 500 nəfərə qədər qonaq vardı və Amerikadan da Miami'dən bir kollektiv gəldi, Step oynayan kollektiv. Biz Ağdamda, Bərdədə, burada yaxın olan Qarabağ rayonlarında keçirdik. 30'a qədər ölkə iştirak etdi. Və artıq bu davamı gələcəkdi, amma 92-də Şuşa işğal olundu. Burada bir tarixçə, ayrı tarixçə var. Şuşadan çıxan güllələmiş abidələr. Bu abidələr Üzeyir Həcibəyevə aiddir, mənim atam Bülbülə. Bir də böyük şairimiz var idi, xanım şair Natavan. Bunların Şuşada abidələri var idi. Atamla son dəfə 61-ci ildə bu evdə olmuşam.
Ay nə gözəl.
Kadrlar da var, yeganə kadrlar gəlir ki, bax Bülbül elə o yandan gəlir. Bu hasar elə o qədər böyük deyildi, bu evdə yox idi. Buradan gəlir, belə gəlir evə, baxır. Bu 61 idi. Sonra da belə oldu ki, atam elə 61-ci ildə dünyasını dəyişdi və o bura gəlməyin son gəlişi oldu. Orada şəkillər var içəridə, otaqda yaxın çəkmişsiniz. Ondan sonra 82-ci ildə Natavanın abidəsi açılırdı və böyük öndərimiz Heydər Əliyev buradaydı. Çağırdı məni, dedi ki, burada sənin atanın evi var, sənin xəbərin var bundan. Dedim, bəli, bilirəm ev var, bilirəm haradadır. O vaxt artıq Bakıda Bülbülün muzeyi fəaliyyət göstərirdi. Bu abidə Sovet vaxtında qoyulub. Gördüyünüz kimi, bax, yuxarısını sındırıblar. Aşağıda da buralarda elə güllə də qalıb. Güllə yeri var, güllələr də batıb qalıb orada.
During that period, was there always hope, Your Excellency, or were there ever moments of doubt?
Bilirsiniz, mən açığını deyim, mən həmişə əmin idim ki, torpaqlar qayıdacaq. Əvvəl-axır. Yeganə mənim üçün problemi o idi. Mən bilmirdim bu nə zaman olacaq. Və mən bunu görəcəyəm ya yox. Çünki mənim yaşımda kifayət qədər çoxdur. Belə ağıla gəlməsin. Onun üçün ki, inanın ki, bu Şuşa, bu ev yuxuma gəlirdi. Allah şəhidlərimizə rəhmət eləsin. Allah qazilərimizə can sağlığı versin. Azərbaycan xalqı üçün, Qarabağlılar üçün, Şuşalılar üçün bu çox vacibdir, çox önəmlidir. Bizim millətimiz qoçaq millət və heç nədən qorxmayan millətdir. Təbii ki, bizim xalqımız çox əziyyət çəkib. Gün xoşbaxtdır, mənim bütün ailəm buradadır. Böyük oğlum 3 nəvə ilə buradadır. Bax, qızım buradadır, o biri oğlum buradadır. Mən hər imkan düşəndə bunları Şuşaya gətirirəm. Balaca nəvələr də gəlir burada, oynayır, eləyir. Bilirlər ki, deməli, böyük babaları Şuşada anadan olub. Çox heyf olsun, mənim Şuşa haqqında mahnım yoxdur, amma Azərbaycan haqqında mahnı var və axırda mən sözləri dəyişdirib eləmişəm o lap son sözləri Əziz Şuşa.
El qızları düzüm gül qıradında, min gül açır gəncəmizin hər budağında, dost elləri Qarabağın dağlarlıdır.
Shusha has been known through the ages as the temple of the arts in the Caucasus, and of course, the cradle of Azerbaijani music. No other event embodies the heart of Shusha's artistic heritage, like the Hadi Bulbul Music Festival. Its original run happened between 1989 and 1991. Then, of course, there was a 30-year hiatus. But since 2021, it's been happening every year, making this the 5th edition. And again, it is a tremendous privilege to be here to see that.
After the concert, I had the honor of meeting backstage with two of my musical heroes and world-renowned performers, Maestro Farhad Badalbeyli and dramatic tenor Yusuf Eyvazov, for a heartfelt conversation about music, legacy, and the deep emotional resonance of performing in Shusha.
It must still be an emotional thing to play in Shusha. It's been 5 years only, but it has to be. How is it to be there? What is different?
I was in Shusha when Shusha was under occupation.
You were here.
Yes, it was chance. It was special program for change. Armenian intelligence comes to Baku. They goes to Shusha and Yerevan. And Shusha was absolutely destroyed. Absolutely.
From what I saw.
No people, no voices of child, no, never. Absolutely terrible, dark big city. But now, you know, new houses, new citizen of Shusha, new festivals, new politicals, active how many from the Turkish countries.
Yeah.
Yes, every year, symposium, festivals. Shusha lives. Shusha now for Azerbaijan people, it is symbol of free, symbol, but at the same time, it is symbol of art, symbol of music.
Always has been,
because
yeah.
first opera in the Muslim country, first opera, Leyla ve Mecnun, it happened here.
Here, yeah.
Here.
The first Othello.
Yes, on
Was
Shusha.
here.
It is marvelous. It is fantastic place for Azerbaijan people. And of course, thank you for our army, because it was very difficult. You know, Shusha, there is mountains, how they go.
That's why it was built here, right? The fortress, because it was difficult.
Yes. And you must understand me. It is fantastic. My grandfather, my father, my uncles, all my family from this beautiful city. And now I am here. Now it's my city.
Music, it's developing, no, and of course, we don't know why so many beautiful operas, which is great composers wrote like years ago. Now we don't have that much of the new classical music, which can compare to Verdi, to Puccini, to Gachebekov, to Karayev. It's really we have to keep this treasure, no? Absolutely. And speaking about Shusha, no, yes, in Azerbaijan, born so many talented people, but most talented artists and performers of the national music was born in Qarabağ.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know, because of land, because of air, because of food, I don't know, but it was historically, it was always like that. That's why it's like point of the pain for our people. For 30 years this land was completely occupied, and now coming here every time, every year, and seeing these lands, it's really very emotional for us, because we lived for 30 years, and the maestro a little bigger than me, not that much, but a little. Yeah, okay. and he was here before occupation. I wasn't even before.
After occupation.
After, during the occupation, he lived.
Also,
Yeah, of course. And that's why, for every Azerbaijani artist come in Shusha, coming here, perform here, it's like a special event. It's special, something special, because we perform in everywhere with maestro, around the world. But coming here, in every time, every year, we find between the performances time to fly to Baku and be here. So it's for us, it's like a special, something special.
I can only imagine what it is.
And that's very important. this concert. We play, we sing without any money. Without. It is
It is for country. It is for
yes,
country. It is for country.
It is impossible in Berlin, in Moscow, in
course not.
Baku,
True,
but in
true.
Shusha it is absolutely.
It's a wonderful new era for Shusha. Shusha's return to the motherland has transformed an entire nation's spirit, bridging the generations through pride and purpose. We commemorate those who gave their lives, those still healing, those who had to leave, some never came back. And the way to do this is by coming here, celebrating all this beauty, the history, the culture, the natural richness. Shusha deserves to be seen. It went through a lot, across centuries. It has endured more than most cities. It cost the people of this nation dearly, and building a home usually does. But some things are worth fighting for.
El kızları düzüm düzüm Kürgüradında Min gül açır gencemizin her budağında Dost eller Qarabağın dağ buğarlıdır Genç ölləri bu torpağın hoş baharlıdır Bol bəhrəli buğan düzü, mil düzü, şırvan düzü Gel geldir şən Azərbaycan şəfalıdır, göy göllər səfalıdır Hər yanı gülşən Azərbaycan